Well, hello, sir. Hi, Dante.
Hey,
How are
how
you?
are you? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, my friend. Did you have a good holiday season, staying safe?
Yeah, I know it's a little different this year, but everyone was safe and healthy, and that's really all that matters. And so, yeah, looking forward to a more optimistic 2021, I think.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, I am so excited. So, for those of us out here in the world who have an opportunity to listen to us for the next few minutes, I'm Alexa James. I am the CEO of NAMI Chicago. We are a mental health advocacy organization. And I was very fortunate to be connected with you several years ago from some of our board members who were touting your organization and talking about how aligned our minds are when we talk about wellness. So, Dante, among many things, you started a nonprofit called My Parachute. Tell us about it and tell us the why.
Yeah, I this kind of all started as a passion project for me a while back. I was involved in philanthropy, but really saw a need um, just being kind of in my everyday life in the medical world and talking with people, mental illness and ultimately mental wellness is an area where I feel it's kind of underserved. And this project and nonprofit, it was put together just to help anyone that was affected by mental illness, whether support, education, and then ultimately getting them to help. So I had an idea. I kind of took what I knew from my previous experience, and I always said if I could just help one person, that it would be worth it. So I'm very fortunate to be on this call with you, and very lucky to be partnering with NAMI Chicago. So thank you for that.
Thank you. Thanks for stepping up. I think a lot of people feel paralyzed in the space of like mental health has impacted us personally and professionally. It's impacted our lives, our friendships, our families. And a lot of people sit in the space of like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to love and support somebody. So I know personally that you have been a tremendous support to many people and reach out with a lot of love, but you've gone this extra step and created this organization. And NAMI is very proud to be partnering with you all. We started talking a few months ago around this idea that, you know, law enforcement and first responders, whether it's a healthcare worker or a police officer or somebody in the fire department, are often seeing significant levels of trauma all the time. And they're responding to calls that they themselves are feeling, these like mental health crisis calls. So I know first responder wellness has been important to you. Why that area of focus among everything else that my
Yeah.
parents are doing?
I think mental wellness is important for everybody, but we need to really look at the people that are taking care of us. And first responders are put in situations every day with trauma, and they have to rise to the occasion. But I think we kind of overlook taking care of themselves first. You always say you got to take care of yourself first before you take care of somebody else. And if you just turn on the news nowadays or just pay attention to what's going on, first responders, especially in this climate, are being tasked with so much. And just by talking with people that I know that are first responders, it's hard enough to get through an average day. But when you're trying to take care of your own family or what you're dealing with on an everyday basis, and then go out there and try to help other people, as I said, I think taking care of them, taking care of our heroes is really important, especially now.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like what you're trying to do is super comprehensive. Like you're talking about education and awareness, which is hopefully to reduce the stigma that is so associated with mental health issues, no matter who you are. There's a lot of apprehension in trying to ask for help. And then you also have this space in your organization that is trying to fundraise to help link people to services. And what I love about your mindset that is similar to ours at NAMI is it could be talk therapy. It could be moving your body. It could be all different ways to kind of process the grief and the trauma. And so we're super excited to be partnering with My Parachute to think about how can we be delivering services to the first responder community, however they want to consume them. So Dante, what do you do for your wellness? I mean, you're the leader of this organization. Like, you got to walk the walk, right?
Yeah, it's like I'm not only a founder, I'm a member type of thing. So, uh, you know, over my life, I know everyone's been challenged with certain things, but some people are more prone to mental illness. 1 in 5 Americans struggle with mental illness. Only 50% of those people ever get help. Luckily, I'm fortunate enough where I've been able to um, seek great medical care. I'm not afraid to speak up if I have any issues myself. And it took me to realize um, that mental illness is a debilitating disease. And so that's why I'm so passionate about it, because I was able to uh, kind of for myself get better, but using those around me and understanding that you don't have to live in this kind of uh, this way. You don't have to suffer in silence, and there's definite organizations and things you can do. And with my parachute focusing on first responders, I feel it's important to connect that. And it's one thing to talk about the stigma. It's another thing to educate, but really putting that all together and using the donations to say, how are we going to help these people? So a little long-winded, but I kind of took care of myself, and now I realize how important that is to other people. And it's, as you know, it's anything you can do to just eliminate the stigma, but get people help that they need.
Well, you actually covered all of the pillars, so you were not long-winded. You talked about the need to lean into community, which is huge, that's what you created around you, that you were able to access what you needed to from like any type of like medical or treatment perspective. And you were an advocate, which is often where people feel stuck, right? Now that I have these tools, and I told you this before, you told me this, over a year ago, that it's very important when you're in a dark place to see light. So you remember when that dark place returns, that there is light, and that's what you are creating a community around how we can fundraise for and give people kind of almost like an a la carte option. So friends who are listening, donate to my parachute. My parachute will be supporting activities and events specifically to enhance the first responder community. This includes 911 call takers. This includes the police department. This includes the fire department. And hopefully we can expand this reach too to support our healthcare workers and other people who are really just facing so much of the grief that we have experienced in a different way in the last year, but through decades as well. So how do people donate? How do people support my parachute?
So myparachute.org, you can find us there, and it's a new campaign that we put together called Behind the Shield, supporting the wellness of first responders. And that is my parachute way of focusing directly with first responders. Alexa, as you mentioned, this money is going to go directly to upcoming events that we're working with police officers on mindfulness and exercise and other things you can do. But even if that just sparks a conversation amongst people, that's what we're looking to do, is get the message out. And with money, we can help as many people as we can, but specifically with Behind the Shield right now in this climate, I feel that that's a pressing thing. And I know that people out there watching this can understand and relate. And if you want to feel good starting into the new year, donate myparachute.org. You can follow us on Instagram at myparachute.org, and we will be updating you as we go and kind of looking at our progress. But I just want to kind of finish with saying, Alexa, I appreciate you having me on here, because partnering with someone like you and NAMI Chicago, I think this will be the start of something much bigger. And the goal really is to help as many people as we can that are sitting there, maybe listening to this, or someone that's listening to this knows somebody that they might need to talk to. So I just want to thank you for that.
Oh, well, I appreciate you. And friends listening, you can always also reach out to NAMI Chicago at 833-NAMI-SHY. We have a helpline. I'm going to personally match whatever comes in. So make me a broke woman. I just appreciate you, and I look forward to more of these chats. So stay tuned, friends, on the My Parachute Instagram account and their website, because we're going to bring in some first responders, and we're going to have more robust conversations, some mindfulness stuff, some wellness focused conversations. So more to come. Stay safe, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Alexa.